think success can't just be at one time period. You have to keep working on it. You want to keep being successful every day you wake up. And you know our saying, life's an attitude, make it a good one. And that's it. So I can't say there was any one time. I just think it's an ongoing journey, and we keep trying to. You want to use a word, success, but you just want to keep doing the best you can. And I would also say, back earlier, I thought about this earlier, success, if there was a quality that helps, perseverance came up in my mind. It's not always easy to get. You just have to keep persevering, keep trying. Every morning you get up, you get out the door, and you try your best.
I think that your childhood had effect on how successful you are now.
Yes, definitely being poor. And sometimes not knowing where your next meal is coming from. Not knowing where you were going to have a roof over your head or not. You've heard the story of one summer we stayed in a campground because we had no money to afford anything. All of that taught you to be strong when times do get tough. And when you get down to not sure you're ever going to have food, a place to sleep, you find out that life still goes on. You'll fall asleep on the ground and you'll wake up the next morning hungry, but something will happen and it motivates you to work hard. I know that when I started working very young, as a dishwasher was my first job at 16. Besides being a paper boy and mowing lawns when I was younger, I wanted to keep working because I saw that it brought money, and if you didn't waste the money, you could pay bills and you could have a home, you could do things. And that all definitely from my childhood affected my work ethic, that's for sure. Yes.
What is your biggest passion in life?
My friends and my family, for sure. I love my family and I love my friends. And my wife, that's my passion. As close to it as my passion for working out, obviously. I love working out and training and keeping my body healthy and encouraging other people to do that too.
So what schools did you go through, and what schools do you think had the biggest impact on picking your career and the success that you've had so far?
I went to several elementary schools by moving. I only went to 2 high schools. A Catholic high school my first 2 years, Mater Dei, in Newport Harbor, my junior and senior year. During that 4 years, I moved 14 times, so I still only went to 2 high schools. I would say in my high school days, my chemistry teacher was one of my favorite teachers, and chemistry was a class that helped me the most in college because I had a lot of science and stuff I had to take. But then I went to a junior community college, Orange Coast, and pretty much you just have to take the general ed stuff there. And I continued to play sports, so that motivated me to stay in school. So I played football. And then I got injured right at the end of my sophomore year, so I wasn't sure if I was going to play anymore. But I had some scholarship offers, but the best one for me was to go to Long Beach State, take a partial one, which eventually ended up being a more full scholarship in those days. And played there. I graduated, switched from a biology major to a PE major because I was behind in my chemistry work and physics work and this and that. And did well in the program there, and they hired me as a freshman coach for my graduate year, getting my teaching credential, which was at Long Beach. And then I got a job at Edison High School, and I continued to go 2 more years to work on my master's degree at night, and got that. And then after 2 years at Edison High School, I got the job at Chabot College, and that's where I taught for the next 38 years.
Let's see. What do you think was the most successful part of your career?
I started a program called Ultimate Frisbee because I opened a new campus at a time when there wasn't going to be money to build facilities and stadiums, and the president said, get creative. I just walked out and saw some students throwing a frisbee and thought, wow, maybe I'll offer a frisbee conditioning class, which led into starting a team in ultimate frisbee, which 30 years ago, people laughed at me. My children, your mother, would say, you know how embarrassing it is? People ask me what your dad does, and I have to say a frisbee coach, you know.
So do you think you hit your peak? Like, do you think you hit your peak of success?
Yes, I definitely felt my success as a coach and an administrator, teacher came later in my career, and towards the end, once I entered into my 60s, I felt that I was slowly going, not unsuccessful, but I had reached my peak, and I was coming, I changed. Instead of worrying about teaching somebody how to shoot a better basketball shot or throw a football, I found that I was teaching them to be better people and better sports, have good sportsmanship, sportspersonship. And I found that I got more philosophical in my teaching. So, I would say there was a peak there and coming down from it, but at the same time, all of that at the end, when I wasn't maybe at my peak, there's still very important stuff. There are very subtle things in teaching to make a person a better person and want to be a better person. Those are important qualities.
What drives you to continue to strive for success?
I would say what drives me to do those things now is I am practicing what I preached for 40 years. I preach to people, keep active, exercise, eat good food, keep your body, your body's a temple, take care of it, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm practicing what I preached. And I have the time now to do it, where when you're working, even if you are a PE teacher, you're getting 60 individuals to work out, and you're not working out. And so you would go weeks with, not getting your workout that you need. So now I have the time. And so to answer that, I'm practicing what I preach.
Let's see. Do you think that you've had an impact on the people that you have met and continue to meet in life?
I do. I didn't think I did at the time, but there's been so many students that have come back to me and thanked me for influencing their life. I'll give you an example. I had a student that got injured, he put on some weight, he wanted to run a marathon, because one time when I broke an arm, I still came to class every day, even though I had to have a substitute teacher. They wouldn't let me teach in case there was a repercussion from the arm not healing right. I just didn't want to miss my classes, so I still went every day, and I let the sub run the class, and I stood on the sidelines and watched my classes. And he was so impressed that I would be running with this cast on, that when he had an injury, a thing, that it motivated him. And I had no idea I had that effect on him. I just never looked at him and running a marathon someday, And other people on social media now, they'll write me letters and just thank me for what I did. And I never realized. So you got to remember that as a teacher, you do affect people. And so I'd have to say yes to that. But I continue to hope I have impacts on people. My neighbor Pat, who's 78 years old, and I've gotten him to climb Mount Whitney and do things after most of his life being very sedentary. He is so proud of himself now and doing active things in his later 70s. And so to answer that,